Welcome, dear friend, to a quiet corner of our channel, and thank you from the deepest reaches of our heart for choosing to spend your precious time here with us. We have woven for you a gentle story crafted to serve as a warm, comforting hand guiding you toward a peaceful night's slumber, helping you to drift off with ease. If, as you journey with us, you find a gentle joy in this quiet tale, please do, right now, lend your support by liking this story, subscribing to our channel, and perhaps sharing a gentle comment, for it helps us continue to share these moments of tranquility before we embark upon our silent exploration of a realm where light possesses a gentle, melodic quality, and where the air carries the sweet scent of night-blooming flowers. We shall first share a moment of gentle breathing to settle your spirit. Now let us invite true comfort to our being. Settle yourself, much like a well-loved book, finding its perfect spot on a smooth, dark shelf. Feel your body sink gently into your mattress, or perhaps into the soft cushions of your chair, allowing every part of you to feel utterly supported and at ease. Adjust your blankets, pull them close as if they were a soft, warm hug, and let your pillow cradle your head, making a cozy nook just for you. This is your special time, a gentle evening pilgrimage where all the busy thoughts of the day may simply unfurl and drift away, inviting a quiet calm into your heart, as soft and pervasive as the ancient silence found within this luminous realm. Let us share a soothing breath together, much like the slow, contented exhalation of the vast, quiet earth. Slowly, gently, draw the air in through your nose, imagining it flowing easily and naturally, like a soft, silvery light filling every corner of your being. Then, release it just as gently through your mouth, a soft, almost imperceptible sigh of pure relief. With each slow, deliberate breath, feel your body softening, much like the worn leather of an old book, releasing any small knots of tension you might be holding. Imagine the clean, cool fragrance of night-blooming flowers, the faint sweetness of warmed earth, and the grounding scent of ancient, smooth surfaces that have been cool for a very long time. Filling your senses, hushing the small, lingering noises you might have carried from your day. If perchance your thoughts begin to flutter, like dust motes in the soft, diffused light of the luminous respite, that is quite all right, dear one. Simply observe them, allowing them to drift by like wisps of mist in a shallow dale, and then, with the gentlest kindness, guide your attention back to the steady rhythm of your breathing, or to the quiet comfort of my voice. There is nothing left for you to do now, save for listening and allowing the story to carry you into the deep, dreamless rest you so richly deserve. Feel the melodic light's gentle pulse, a vibration that resonates with the very song of patience, gently coaxing your own body into a profound state of relaxation. Let any remaining worries simply soften and dissolve, like morning mist in the warm embrace of the melodic light. Now, let us begin our quiet journey into the heart of this story, where the gentle song of light and the soft scent of forgotten melodies await to guide you into a serene and deeply restful sleep. Chapter 1. The First Hues of Silence. The wanderer, whose quiet grace was matched only by their gentle curiosity, stepped into a realm where the very air seemed to hum with an almost imperceptible musicality, woven from the softest, most diffused light. This was Elliot, and the landscape before them unfolded in a mesmerizing display of muted gold and soft twilight purples, creating an atmosphere of profound and immediate serenity. Each shimmering beam of light appeared to carry a gentle, silent note, resonating not through the sound waves, but through a feeling that settled deep within the chest, an elegant and quiet harmony. The ground beneath Elion's feet felt impossibly smooth and cool, a texture that spoke of ancient stillness and patient repose. It yielded slightly with each unhurried step, inviting a deeper connection with the quiet earth. As Elion moved, a profound sense of peace descended, a welcome hush that gently stilled the busy thoughts that often swirled in the mind. It was as if the very essence of clamor had been absorbed by this quiet place, leaving only tranquil calm in its wake. Elion paused, drawing a slow, gentle breath, and watched the subtle dance of luminous motes in the air. Each tiny speck, catching the ethereal light, seemed to glint with a tender, almost melodic twinkle, moving with a grace that mirrored the silent song of the light itself. This visual melody was more captivating than any grand overture, subtly drawing Elion further into the heart of the realm. The air, though still, carried a faint, sweet fragrance, reminiscent of night-blooming flowers just beginning to unfurl their petals in the soft embrace of dusk. The transition into this realm felt less like stepping through a portal and more like a soft unfurling of the world around Elion, revealing layers of quiet beauty previously unseen. The colors of the landscape, though muted, held a surprising depth, shifting and blending with an almost liquid grace as the gentle light played upon them. There were no harsh contrasts, no jarring shifts, only a seamless tapestry of serene hues designed to soothe the eye and quiet the spirit. Elion felt the pervasive warmth that emanated not from a discernible source, but from the very essence of the melodic light. It was a warmth that seeped into their skin, loosening any lingering tension in their shoulders and brow. This was a place, Elion realized, where rest was not an effort, but an inherent quality of existence, where every sensation contributed to a state of profound ease and unburdened quiet. The faint, melodic quality of the light seemed to coax Elion's own breathing into a slower, more deliberate rhythm, fostering a deeper sense of internal harmony. The smooth, cool surfaces that dotted the landscape, ancient and worn, invited touch. Elian reached out a hand, feeling the surprising lack of resistance, as if the very material resonated with the light, offering a gentle receptivity. These were not obstacles, but gentle companions in the quiet journey, silent witnesses to the unfolding peace. The profound stillness of the air enhanced the perception of the light's gentle melody, creating a deeply immersive sensory experience that wrapped around Elian like a comforting blanket. As Elian settled into a comfortable resting place, nestled amidst soft, yielding moss, the feeling of quietude deepened. The silence here was not empty, but rich with the subtle nuances of the melodic light and the faint, sweet scents that drifted on the still air. It was a silence that invited introspection but not thought, a peace that encouraged simply being, without effort or expectation. The gentle warmth continued to spread through Elian's body, a physical manifestation of the profound calm settling within. Elian closed their eyes, not to sleep, but to feel more acutely the pervasive embrace of the melodic light. The visual symphony transformed into an internal one, a quiet hum within their very being, resonating with the ancient harmonies of the realm. The subtle fragrance seemed to deepen, becoming a lullaby for the senses, preparing Elian for an even deeper descent into the tranquility that awaited. Chapter 2: Echoes on the Air. As Elian ventured deeper into the luminous respite, the gentle interplay of light intensified, not in brightness that might startle, but in its soft resonant quality, like a sustained note, held perfectly in the quiet air. Here, particular patches of light seemed to gather and dissipate, with a hushed, sustained note, creating an ethereal chorus that was felt more than heard, a silent song for the deepest parts of the soul. The delicate dance of these luminous clusters was both subtle and profound, inviting a peaceful absorption. The air itself seemed to carry a faint, sweet scent, a delicate blend of warmed earth and blooming night flowers, enhancing the dreamlike quality of the light. It was a fragrance that evoked quiet contentment and the comforting promise of gentle slumber. Elian moved with an unhurried grace, each step deliberate yet effortless, as if the ground itself cushioned their passage, contributing to the pervasive sense of ease. The quietude was unbroken, a continuous seamless fabric woven from light and fragrance. Elian discovered ancient, smooth structures, not of human making, but sculpted by the patient hand of ages, their surfaces softened by time and gentle breezes. These forms seemed to emerge organically from the landscape, their contours speaking of forgotten eras of profound peace. Elian noticed how the melodic light seemed to cling to these surfaces, forming soft, glowing outlines that whispered of lullabies sung by the world itself, ancient tunes of quiet repose. The surfaces felt cool and smooth to the touch, yet paradoxically, they emitted a faint, comforting warmth, that spread into Elian's fingertips. A pervasive calm settled over Elian, deepening with each silent, gentle step. It was a calm that radiated from the very essence of the realm, seeping into every part of their being, dissolving any lingering tension or disquiet. The atmosphere was one of profound safety, a comforting embrace that allowed the mind to simply unfurl and relax, much like a tired leaf unfurls in the gentlest breeze. The gentle melodic pulses of light seemed to slow Elian's internal rhythm, encouraging a deeply restful state. Elian found a secluded nook, formed by the gentle curves of these ancient, smooth structures. Here the melodic light gathered into a shimmering pool on the ground, reflecting the subtle dance of ethereal dust motes. Elian sat down, resting their back against the cool, smooth surface of one of the structures, and felt the light's gentle warmth permeate their body. It was a sensation of pure comfort, like being bathed in a soft internal glow that eased every muscle and soothed every nerve. The quiet murmuring of the melodic light felt more than heard, became a gentle companion. It was a sound that reassured, that spoke of constancy and profound harmony. Elian closed their eyes, allowing the subtle sense to deepen, to draw them further into the dreamlike tranquility of the realm. The sweetness of the night flowers mingled with the grounded aroma of the ancient earth, creating a fragrant tapestry of peace. Elian's breathing became effortless, slow and deep, mirroring the unhurried pace of the melodic light's gentle pulses. There was no need to force relaxation. It simply unfolded, a natural response to the pervasive serenity. The feeling of physical lightness that accompanied the warmth became more pronounced, as if their worries and cares were lifting away, gently carried on the soft currents of the melodic light itself. Even with eyes closed, the sense of the light's presence was strong, a pervasive luminosity that filled the inner landscape of Elian's mind with soft, comforting hues. This was not a realm of darkness, but one of gentle illumination, even in its deepest quietude. The air itself seemed to hold a delicate, almost imperceptible moisture, a softness that caressed the skin and refreshed the senses, leaving a feeling of profound contentment. Elian remained in this state of peaceful repose, a silent witness to the gentle echoes of light and fragrance. The simple act of breathing, of feeling, of being present in this luminous embrace was enough. All other concerns faded, leaving only the profound, soothing rhythm of the realm, preparing Elian for an even deeper descent into undisturbed rest. Chapter 3. The Luminous Embrace. In the very heart of this tranquil realm, Elian found a vast, circular clearing, open to the soft, star-dusted sky above, its cosmic tapestry, a silent, shimmering backdrop. Here, the melodic light converged with an ethereal grace, gathering into a profound pool of shimmering, tender luminescence that pulsed with a slow, gentle rhythm. It was a visible manifestation of the world's quiet song, a tender heart of light that enveloped everything within the clearing in a warm, ethereal glow. The light here felt alive, a breathing, soothing entity that radiated deep calm. The ground within this luminous embrace was covered in an impossibly soft, yielding carpet of cool moss, its fibers like velvet beneath Elian's bare feet. Each step was cushioned, a gentle compression and release that enhanced the feeling of profound comfort. The air was perfectly still, devoid of any harsh currents, allowing the pervasive warmth from the light to settle gently upon Elian's skin, a soothing caress that encouraged deep relaxation. Elian sat down within this tender, luminous embrace, allowing the moss to conform to their form, providing a soft and natural support. The moment their bodies settled, they felt the gentle pulse of light resonate through their very being, a comforting vibration that seemed to align with the soft rhythm of their heart. This silent resonance spread, soothing every fiber, every muscle, and quieting every stray thought, fostering a pervasive warmth that originated from within the light itself, spreading outward through Elian's limbs. As Elian immersed themselves fully, the melodic light seemed to deepen, its quiet song filling every corner of the clearing. The distinct fragrance of night-blooming flowers, now more pronounced, mingled with the earthy scent of the cool moss, creating an olfactory tapestry, a profound peace. Each breath drew in this calming aroma, further settling the mind and easing the body into a state of deep tranquility. Elian watched the subtle shifts in the light, the way its shimmering surface gently rippled, creating dancing patterns of soft glow on the velvety moss. It was a hypnotic visual, utterly devoid of any sharp edges or unsettling movements, designed purely to lull and soothe. The stillness of the air made the experience even more profound, allowing the subtle shifts in light and scent to be absorbed without distraction. The passage of time became a concept too distant to grasp within this luminous clearing. There was only the present moment, filled with the gentle hum of the light's song, the soft warmth that enveloped Elian, and the profound peace that settled deep within their core. Any lingering echoes of the outside world, any anxieties or demands, dissolved into the pervasive serenity, much like morning mist dissipates in the gentle dawn. Elian felt a profound sense of weightlessness, a feeling that their body was perfectly supported and utterly at ease, almost floating within the gentle embrace of the light. Their breathing was now effortless, deep, and slow, a natural response to the all-encompassing calm. It was a state of being where all needs were met, all tensions released, and only quiet contentment remained. The melodic light was not just an external phenomenon, it had become an internal sensation, a gentle warmth that permeated their very being, aligning them with the ancient, peaceful rhythms of the realm. Elian felt a deep sense of belonging, a quiet understanding that this place and its unique magic were perfectly in tune with the quiet yearnings of their own soul. It was a complete surrender to comfort. With a soft, contented sigh, Elian allowed their eyelids to drift closed, not in sleep, but in a profound acceptance of the moment. The melodic light continued its gentle pulse, its silent song a lullaby for the spirit, preparing Elian for the deepest, most restorative slumber, a gentle transition into a dream of utter peace. Chapter 4. A Harmony of Stillness. Days in the luminous respite began to fold into an unbroken tapestry of quiet contemplation within the soft embrace of the circular clearing. Elian no longer moved with intent, but simply was, their presence a natural extension of the realm's profound tranquility. Over time, Elian learned to feel the light's soft song not merely as an external presence, but as an inner resonance, a profound harmony with their own quiet core. This internal music was a steady, soothing hum that spoke of deep peace. The air in the clearing remained remarkably still, carrying only the faintest breath of a breeze, a gentle, almost imperceptible caress on the skin. The subtle movement was like a whispered secret, enhancing the quietude rather than disturbing it. Thoughts, which once felt like urgent demands, now floated by like soft clouds against a twilight sky, observed without attachment, allowed to dissipate into the tranquil expanse of their inner quiet, their edges softened by the pervasive calm. Each gentle pulse of the melodic light, shimmering in the heart of the clearing, became a tender reminder of the universe's serene, enduring rhythm. It was a constant, visual lullaby that fostered a deep and effortless sense of presence, anchoring Elian firmly in the peaceful now. The light's warmth was a comforting, continuous presence, seeping into every part of Elian's being, encouraging profound relaxation and a sense of absolute ease. Elian's observations became exquisitely simple, focused solely on the gentle unfolding of the present moment. They noticed the delicate way the light caught a stray strand of moss, causing it to shimmer with an ephemeral glow, or the slow, graceful drift of a single luminous mote across the clearing. These were not intellectual exercises, but quiet moments of appreciation, each one deepening the sense of wonder and contentment without ever rousing the mind from its peaceful state. The sensation of profound lightness, first encountered when touching the resonant flora, became a more consistent experience. Elian felt their body settle deeper into the yielding moss, yet simultaneously felt lighter, as if unburdened by any weight or concern. This duality of gentle weight and effortless ease contributed to a dreamlike state, where the boundary between self and serene environment blurred into a harmonious whole. The quiet of the clearing was not an absence, but a presence of profound stillness, rich with the subtle nuances of the melodic light and the faint, sweet scents of the night-blooming flowers. It was a silence that cradled the mind, allowing any lingering anxieties to dissolve like dew in gentle morning sun, leaving behind only clarity and calm. Elian's breathing, deep and slow, felt perfectly aligned with the steady pulse of the light. Elian felt a sense of profound acceptance, not just of the luminous respite, but of their own quiet journey within it. There was no need to achieve anything, no goal to strive for. Simply being present in this harmonious space was enough. This unburdened state allowed a quiet joy to blossom within, a contentment that resonated with the ancient peace of the realm itself. The melodic light seemed to infuse the very air with a sense of security, wrapping around Elian like a soft, invisible embrace. It was a light that knew only peace, a comforting presence that reassured the deepest parts of the soul. Elian rested within this light, allowing its silent song to wash over them, cleansing the mind and soothing the spirit. As the quiet hours deepened, Elian felt a sense of timelessness, as if they had always been, and always would be, bathed in this serene glow. The harmony of stillness was complete, a perfect alignment of inner peace and outer tranquility. All was well, all was calm, and all was preparing for the deep, restorative rest that lay just beyond the veil of conscious thought. Chapter 5: The Enduring Gleam. The transition from the depths of restful contemplation to a gentle, quiet awareness felt like the softest unfolding of a cherished ancient scroll. A profound sense of peaceful completeness settled upon Elian, not as a fleeting sensation, but as an enduring state of being. The silent melodies of light, which had permeated the luminous respite, had woven themselves into the very fabric of their being, leaving an indelible imprint of tranquility that resonated deep within the heart. Elian felt utterly restored, not just rested in body, but deeply resonant with the world's quiet beauty. The pervasive warmth from the melodic light remained, a comforting internal glow that eased every part of them, leaving a sensation of perfect ease and lightness. This profound quiet had cultivated a stillness within Elian that felt ancient and unshakable, a quiet strength born from perfect repose. The moments spent within the luminous embrace, observing the soft pulses of light and breathing in the sweet, delicate fragrance of night-blooming flowers, had culminated in this peaceful knowing. Elian rose from the velvety moss, not with the intention of departure, but with the quiet understanding that the gentle gleam of this place now lived within them, a continuous inner luminescence that would guide their path forward. The air in the clearing, still carrying the lingering perfume of peace, felt crisp yet gentle, invigorating Elian's spirit without disturbing their profound calm. Elian gazed around the luminous respite, a soft smile gracing their lips, acknowledging the quiet benevolence of the ancient light that had so tenderly nurtured their soul. The structures, smoothed by ages, seemed to gleam with a deeper, quieter brilliance in their soft light. Elian's movements were fluid and unhurried, imbued with the same gentle grace that characterized the realm's own natural rhythms. There was no sense of haste, no whisper of urgency, only the graceful flow of quiet purpose. The warmth radiating from the very ground was a constant, gentle sensation, a grounding comfort that now felt like an intrinsic part of Elian's own vitality. The mind, once a place of restless movement, was now a calm, expansive space, reflections passing through it like soft clouds on a clear twilight sky. The melodic light had gifted Elian not just with peace, but with a profound sense of inner spaciousness, an ability to simply observe and appreciate without the interference of a demanding ego. All felt wonderfully settled. Elian stepped out of the circular clearing, the gentle light still clinging to their form, a soft aura of peace. The realm seemed to offer a final silent blessing, its persistent melodic hum, a fond farewell, and the gentle glow of its flora, a serene benediction. Elian was not leaving the peace behind. They were taking it with them, a cherished part of their very being. The path ahead, though it led away from the deepest heart of the luminous respite, felt illuminated by the inner light Elian had discovered. The world outside might still hold its clamor, but Elian now possessed a sanctuary of stillness within, a deep, abiding peace cultivated in the quiet embrace of the melodic light. The journey had been one of profound restoration, a gentle awakening to the enduring power of stillness and the simple, profound magic of harmonious resonance. Elian moved onward, a living echo of the realm's peaceful song, forever carrying the tranquil gleam of where light sings softly to all things, a gentle reminder that profound calm can be found and held within.